And we're back with some more Nerd Radio. So make sure you're following us all over your social media at Nerd Radio 101. And make sure you're downloading us on the podcast page, WRIF.com. And
Rock929rocks.com.
as well as following us Wednesday afternoons on Checkpoint XP's Twitch stream, which is
twitch.tv/checkpointxp.
Bam. All right, we nailed it. Well, that's good.
Big news.
You're late. You're too late.
Oh.
That was the last segment.
Damn it. I'm sorry, I get confused.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Let me see what I got going on here.
Al's old man brain.
All right, so there's some comic book stuff that I wanted to get to this week. Specifically, this weekend, this Saturday, is Batman Day.
Ooh, he's got his own day, huh?
He does every year around this time. I think it commemorates the first issue of Detective 27, which is the first issue that Batman was in. They have Batman Day. Your local comic book store is going to have free copies of a reprint of the first issue, the origin story of the Batman Who Laughs.
Okay.
Which is cool because that's kind of an expensive issue to get your hands on the original, and it's a neat character. It's kind of taken over the DC universe. It's a version of Batman that the Joker infects, and it essentially makes into the next Joker.
So he's got like, never mind.
He's
gonna make an HIV joke. Let's just continue on.
He's got a super big smile, and he has a couple of Robins that he's infected with the Joker stuff. So they've got the ghoulish grins, and he keeps them on leashes and sicks them on people. But if you're in a couple of cool towns, they're actually going to have a bat signal out for this. Unfortunately, none of them are where we are in Detroit. Closest we've got is Montreal in Canada.
So I almost dropped an F-bomb there, which doesn't matter because we've got DMX. But
right.
like it wasn't even, normally it's like calculated. Like, all right, I'm going to pick this moment to swear. Like, it was completely natural. I almost just let it slip.
You're going to swear
over
at me
what?
because
Over what comment?
The fact that there's no bat signal here.
No bat signal in Detroit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, we could probably use it a little bit. No, Paris, Berlin, Barcelona, London, New York, Mexico City, L.A., you're all gonna. If you see a bat signal in the sky, it's because we're celebrating Batman Day.
They can't do one in Detroit because Detroit's even too dangerous for Batman.
Yeah,
you think so?
Absolutely. Why else? Why else wouldn't they?
But usually here on Nerd Radio, I like to give you guys like a week or two before I spoil absolutely anything. I'm going to go against that this week. I absolutely have to spoil a comic that is out this week because
breaking my heart.
It's
probably on my must-read list.
I was gonna say maybe it's Ninja Turtles.
No, it is not.
Well,
it is not. I've got it here in front of me. It is the new Spider-Man #1. Get a shot of that, James, right there. This is the variant cover, actually, by Chip Kidd. It is written by J.J. Abrams, Star Wars, Star Trek, Lost, and drawn by Sarah Pichelli. It is a 5-issue miniseries, and where do I start? It starts with Spider-Man fighting this new villain called Cadaverous. And while everyone else is running away from this big supervillain fight, Mary Jane is running towards the fight because Spider-Man, she's in love with Peter Parker. And during the fight, Mary Jane is killed.
Oh my God!
No.
Right, and we've seen plenty of stories where Gwen Stacy dies or Norman Osborn, Peter Parker's supporting cast. It's not long for this world, and typically
so Quadacious killed Mary Jane.
Cadaverous, yeah.
Oh, Cadaverous.
Cadaverous kills Mary Jane, but
Cadacious.
Cadaverous sounds like a character from the Cats the musical.
Bodacious kills Mary Jane, and but here's the twist.
I'm Cadaverous Cat. I'm a frisky little cat. Cadaverous Cat going to kill the Spider-Man. Cha-cha-cha.
Here's the twist: when Mary Jane dies,
The twist?
They have a 6-year-old son.
What?
And then it cuts to 12 years later.
Wait, so she's carried this child while she was dead and then gave birth to a 6-year-old?
When she dies, her and Peter are married and have a 6-year-old son.
Okay, post-mortem baby.
And you don't find that out until you see the reader, until you see the funeral.
Okay, because I'm going to say that's not very scientifically accurate.
No, that's not how that works.
She's going to have a 6-year-old baby after she was already dead. Wow, they're really stretching the limits
here. That
here.
gestation period, like, good Lord.
There's a lot of crazy sci-fi in comic books. The way you handle pregnancy, you can't mess with that. So this story actually follows, then it cuts to 12 years later, and this actually follows the son of Peter and Mary Jane. He's being raised by Aunt May because Peter's trying to, they didn't say exactly what his job is in this first issue, but he's trying to make sure that he can support Aunt May, and who's still alive.
He's an exotic dancer.
Maybe, I don't know. He's missing a hand.
Sometimes you run that risk.
He's got a hook.
If you're doing a performance for somebody and they want you to put their hand in a certain spot, it could get cut right off.
But this introduces the Cadaverous character and introduces the son of Spider-Man, who that I won't spoil for you, but you are going to be following him over the next 5 issues, and I was floored.
Have they ever done a storyline where they've gotten? I mean, I guess it could be an alternate universe.
They've done Spider-Girl, which was supposed to be the alternate universe daughter of Peter Parker. They just finished up the Spider-Man Life Story 6-issue miniseries, where each issue took place in a different decade. So it was like it started in the 60s, then the 70s, or whatever like that, and that had a pair of children that Peter Parker and Mary Jane had. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is the way it was solicited. Like the way comics work is 3 months out, they put out this catalog, and you can order your comics. You can be like, I want to read that or something like that. So they always give you like the cover and who's going to be doing it, who's drawing and writing it, and then a little blurb about what's going on. And the blurb for it is, this is the most shocking, incredible comic of 2019 as J.J. Abrams and his son, Henry Abrams, team up for Spider-Man. What do they have planned for Peter Parker and Mary Jane? Who is Cadaverous? The modern master of mystery makes his Marvel debut this summer.
Who is Cadaverous? The question on
no
everyone's
mention
mind.
whatsoever of the story. And that doesn't happen that often.
I didn't even think about that because I don't really look at the previews anymore. It just gets me into trouble.
Yeah, but it's the kind of thing that, typically 3 months out, I kind of know what to expect when the comics are coming out. And reading through this, it took a left turn, and I went, oh my God, this is great. So I would recommend it. Like I said, it's a 5-issue miniseries. And that's the other thing I was talking to Amy about a couple of weeks ago. These miniseries that they've been doing, both Marvel and DC, like DC's done a couple of Batman miniseries over the last couple of years that are really awesome. And
White Knight.
The Batman, the White Knight. They're doing one called the Last Man on Earth Batman kind of thing. I love the idea of dropping into like a 5 or 6 issue miniseries and just, do you know the basics of Spider-Man? Do you know the basics of Batman? Because that's all you need. And then we're going to turn it on its head after that. I think that's awesome. I think that's, you obviously, as comics work, you should still have the comic book like Amazing Spider-Man that's thousands of issues, into, or 6 or 7 or 800 issues in.
Right.
But at the same time, I think you can get more people in the comic book stores if you do these miniseries where it's
you do sort of have to have that median, though, like the control book, like you said, because there's new fans coming in, there's fans going out.
There's always the fan that really wants that, the 30, 50, 70 years of continuity.
Like it's super weird when all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I've never read a comic book, and I'd like to buy a Batman book, and then you pick it up, and you're like, what do you mean Dick Grayson is Batman? Like that.
Right.
Stuff like that's really super weird, and they still do that. I mean, they did that storyline, 10 years ago. That's the rumors that leading into the end of Tom King's Batman run is that they're going to be handing the book over to Brian Michael Bendis, and they're going to be like Bruce Wayne's going to retire as Batman, and somebody else is going to pick. See, I hate that. I hate it.
Well, because we know it doesn't
work.
It doesn't
matter. They'll always come back.
Right.
And I don't know. I hate when they do that because there is that desire that, hey, I'm really into Batman. Guess who I want to be Batman? Goddamn Bruce Wayne. I don't want to see anyone else be Batman.
Right.
I want to see me be Batman. Hey, I'm wearing a Batman shirt.
You are wearing a Batman shirt. Does that glow in the dark? It looks like it does.
I don't think so. I think
that would be awesome.
Part of some pajamas somebody gave me as a gift. And I was like, I want to wear this as a regular shirt, not just pajamas. Because I sleep naked, so I don't really need a shirt to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Have
you ever come to work in your pajamas? I haven't, but I've almost.
No, I don't think I have. No.
I'll say, occasionally he ends up almost in his pajamas.
Almost.
I'm usually walking around in my bathing suit more so than anything.
Right. It
bathing
depends.
suit, birthday suit, pajamas, no.
Yeah.
So make sure you hit up your comic book store, celebrate Batman Day, and make sure you check out the Spider-Man book. Also, the newest issue of the X-Men book, I'm pretty excited about. Do you remember the character Goldballs?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Goldballs, he's back.
All right.
He's in the X-Men book, and he's super important.
Is he?
Yeah, he's important to the way that, once again, going back to stuff that, never sticks. Whenever anybody in the X-Men dies, they always come back, right?
Yeah.
Well, now there's like some sci-fi reason why they can resurrect people.
Keep an eye on those Goldballs.
Goldballs is part of it.
All right.
Yes, Goldballs is a kind of overweight dude that actually just creates these little gold balls and just just shoots them at people.
Yep.
Not what I expected. I like he'd have some sort of super sperm that he's shooting.
Nope. Just gold balls. All right.
They were out of creative names or whatever. Anyway, you have the Juggernaut, you have Nightcrawler, you have Rogue.
Gold balls.
Gold balls.
Yeah.
What did you watch? Austin Powers, Gold Number?
I like
and get
your
inspired?
alternate version of him though. I like that. It's like Roger the Alien and American Dad
And he
actually
shoots
poops
super
out.
sperm?
No, he poops like jewel encrusted gold.
Oh, for God's
Like
sake.
the geese in Willy Wonka. The geese that lay the golden eggs. Yeah. What's her face wanted one? Veruca Salt.
Right. Great band. All right, well let's take a break and we'll come back. We've got a little bit more Nerd Radio for you. What am I talking about? Oh, what I did over the weekend, hitting up some video game stuff. I told you guys last week I'm done with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Oh.
You got sucked back in, huh?
I did.
Was it Cadaverous Cat that brought you back?
No, but you'll find out next what it was.